Wolf Bride, Chapter 5, The Duel. The pack gathers at the traditional fighting grounds the morning after Jet challenged Bastien to a duel. If he wins, he will take Bastien's place as Alpha. You stick close to Layla in the crowd, anxiously waiting for the battle to begin. Everyone looks nervous. This seems bad. Honey, don't worry. There's a reason Bastien has been Alpha all this time. If Jet could actually win, he would have challenged Bastien ages ago. I don't want more violence on my account. Violence is part of pack life, but a strong Alpha usually keeps infighting to a minimum. I can't help but feel responsible. Listen, this is a long time coming, believe me. If you hadn't shown up, Jet would have found another excuse to challenge him. You muster a smile. I know. I've learned by now that you're always right. Smart lady. So, whoever wins this becomes Alpha and we just stand around and watch them fight it to the death or something? Please tell me it's not actually to death. She pats your shoulder. There's no reason to worry. Well, there's maybe like 1% reason to worry. Before you can react, Bastien and Jet enter the empty fighting ring. Come. Through your bond, you sense Bastien's calm, vicious confidence in his own abilities. Be careful out there. His emotions are running high, which makes them all clear to you, despite your physical distance. Layla leans in to whisper. Basically, they fight until no one gives up. Anything goes. No rules. Until one gives up. So, that means the winner decides if the loser gets to live. But don't worry, Jet always rushes into things and tires himself out. Not to mention he'll believe anything that makes him look impressive. He's no match for Bastien's strength or claws. The two men circle each other warily. You're waiting for some kind of formal announcement to begin the fight, when suddenly Jet attacks. For the pack! Get out of the way. Bastien dodges. Strangely, you feel as though he heard you, even though you didn't speak. It's then as though you're there in the ring, watching Jet through Bastien's eyes. Then you feel Bastien's awareness of you through your bond. Oh my god, I can use this to give him an advantage. Use your bond with Bastien to help him win the fight against Jet. Your vision doubles as you look through Bastien's eyes, and you know that your thoughts are going straight into his mind. Let him wear himself out. Jet rushes forward as Bastien, with an angry snarl. Ugh! Hold back. He's showing off. Bastien's expression doesn't change, but you feel a silent acknowledgement. Bastien dodges and evades, light and graceful on his feet. Even as Jet comes at him again and again, he avoids every blow with ease. Jet growing slower and more frustrated. Roaring, Jet transforms into a massive wolf, shaggy, brindled fur replacing his sweat-soaked skin. Bastien bares his teeth, which grow suddenly long and fierce as he matches Jet's transformation. It still chills your blood to see with ease that, your humanity falls away to reveal the beast inside. Now he needs to faint. Make him think he's won. Bastien feigns an injury, limping backward while luring Jet in close. Now, attack him. Bastien suddenly lunges, delivering a punishing bite into Jet's flank. You can taste his blood, acrid, salty, against your tongue. Jet shakes him off. They part again, panting, while blood mats in Jet's fur. There's a flurry of vicious moves, growls, and yips as they sink teeth into skin and fur again and again. Yeah, but they haven't transformed into the bigger one. They match each other blow for blow, and for a moment you aren't sure if the balance of the fight will tip, but you feel Bastien is far from finished. But then Bastien shakes Jet off and shifts again, this time into his primal form, growing tall and thick with muscle, eyes glowing yellow. Jet picks himself up and does the same. You're both breathing heavily, or they are both worn down. Their injuries follow them even as they shift. End it. Use your claws. Jet charges into Bastien, who extends his claws to swipe at Jet's face. Because Bastien is supposed to be an alpha, but for whatever reason needs someone to, like, do his moves for him? Like, boy, I guess Bastien would have lost before now until we came along. Man. Flesh and fur rip as Jet absorbs the blow, and before he can recover, Bastien surges forward and slams him into the ground. He struggles, but cannot rise. Bastien bleeds freely, even as he glares down at Jet. Bare your throat! It takes Jet a long time, but he finally obeys, lifting his snout to expose his throbbing pulse. Bastien stands tall, wounded, but victorious. He turns to spot you in the crowd, grinning ferociously, eyes glowing gold. You grin back in relief as you feel Bastien's triumph bloom in your chest. The pack begins to yell and whistle, accepting the outcome of the victory. He won. But then you spot Jet climbing to his feet, moving to attack while Bastien's back is turned. He can't! Bastien, watch out! Jet coils to strike at Bastien's left. Worn through your bond, Bastien turns just in time to raise an arm to block. You dare! Wow. Without warning, Jet clamps onto Bastien's arm, teeth sinking deep. Bastien howls in pain and anger. Bastien roars, knocking Jet aside with a vicious blow. He lands hard and lies panting on the ground. This time, Jet is truly finished. Oh, you motherfucker! Jet lowers his head, ears drawn back submissively, tail literally between his legs. He limps off to the woods, still lick his wounds. Nah, I would have broken both of his arms. I'm serious. Yes, he would heal in time, but it would still teach him a goddamn lesson for trying to do a sucker punch from behind. Bastien turns to look out at the pack, blood dripping from his teeth and arm. You rush to his side as he shifts slowly back into a human. His face is bloodied, hair slick with sweat, and his smile is feral. You look terrible. You touch his cheek gingerly, but aside from his arm, he looks mostly unhurt. The blood is not mine. Most of it, at least. That's pretty impressive. You have my thanks. You have natural fighting instincts. Thank you. It's whenever I see something the first time I remember. You can feel the thrill of victory mixed with a desire as the gaze sweeps over him, and you and him. And you have a pretty good idea exactly how he wants to thank you. You take a moment to examine the wound of his arm. The bite is deep and ragged. You can feel the blood leaking from him with each pulse. Bastien, your arm. I will be fine. I need only bathe in the healing pool. The healing pool? The waters are full of primal magic. They speed the healing. You've lost a lot of blood. Are you sure you can make it there on your own? He smiles at you, then winces as he tries to squeeze your hand. Are you offering your assistance? Because I wouldn't turn it down. Go with Diamond Choice. Go with him and tend his wounds. There's no way I'm letting you go alone. Bastien huffs a laugh and then winces, blood seeping anew from the effort. With your help, I will be back to my full health in no time. Here, lean on me. But Bastien pulls away, standing proudly as you try to help. No, not until we are out of sight. Yep. The healing pool is a beautiful, perfect mirror, reflecting the sky inside a circle of trees. As you reach the water's edge, Bastien eases out of his clothes and into the pool. Blood tints the water pink, and your heart stutters. Is this really gonna work? Are you sure you don't need a hospital? Or maybe a vet? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna take you to the vet. He gives you a crooked grin. Now you see why we do it this way. He tilts his head back against the earthen bank and closes his eyes, and you sense the pain in him receding. Ah. I'll just look at him. You've never seen him with his guard down like this before. He allows himself to relax around you and only you, his eyes open, catching you staring, and you look away. I'm glad you decided to join me. I'm glad you trusted me to come with you. You are the other half of my soul, Celine. I trust you with my life. You kneel at the edge of the water beside him. You cup the cool liquid in your hands and pour it over his wound. As you touch the water, you sense the deep power of the primal magic that you did at the mine, tingling at your fingertips and up your arms. Maybe this is actually working. Of course it will. Bastien winces as the water touches his injury, but it stops bleeding immediately. As you watch the edges of the wound knit together visibly as the water washes over them. Glancing in his face, you see the smaller cuts and bruises have already disappeared. It's just like at the mine. Yes, like with the earth, the primal magic can restore our bodies to their natural state. You touch his bicep gingerly. His muscle and skin are as good as new. Wow, that's a handy trick. I wish I had it when I was a kid. Would have made all the skin knees way more manageable. A fire lights between the two of you at the physical contact, and he watches you with a hungry gleam in his eyes. How do you feel? A few moments more, and all will be well. You let your hand wander over his shoulder to the back of his neck, feeling the tension ease at your touch. Your fingers roam over the knots in his shoulders, pressing and kneading. He sucks in the air through his teeth and gradually relaxes again. Bastien, Jet's not going to give up that quickly. He knows his place. He will not try again. Not anytime soon. But I'm afraid of him. He reaches for your hand, fire in his eyes, and you can feel his desire to protect you surge through your bond. Do not be. Anyone who wishes you harm will have to kill me first. His eyes flash bright and golden for a moment. And you have seen that is a difficult thing to do. I feel like you would never have had to fight him if it weren't for me. No matter what I do, it never seems to be enough. Frustration edges in your voice. This is so hard. I don't want to come between you and your people. You are part of my people, Celine. You did not come between us. You are one of us. And I would take 1,000 wounds worse than this to defend you. Some of the pack think it wrong for werewolves to listen to humans. Any human. But others have great respect for their wolfkin mates. He gives you an earnest look. Understand that ours is an old culture and one resistant to change, though I am trying. I can't be what they expect. If I am to stay here with you, I can't be anything less than your equal partner. He bristles, sitting up straight and narrowing his eyes. You wish to lead the pack with me? You know nothing of our ways, our sacred rituals, our enemies. How can you be my equal in leading them? You sit back on your heels and pulling away. Yeah, you know, for a guy who's trying to be progressive, you sure as shit aren't right now. That's called convenience. I'm not talking about the pack, I'm talking about what you're asking of me. How can I... 1 and 3 are good ones. How can I submit to your will? I barely know you. You're, well, this. You gesture helplessly at his whole physique while he gazes at you with patient curiosity. Even if I'd known you my whole life, can't you understand why it scares me? If I let myself go, if I lose myself in you, how do I know I'll ever find me again? You're surprised he smiles in what looks like relief. You're right, Celine, and I would not ask you to give yourself up in that way. But everything you said about the pack, you have already opened my eyes more than I ever thought possible. I'm not asking you to change yourself or give anything that you don't wish to give, and I will do all I can to make this feel a home to you, but I cannot have you defy me openly in front of the others. It would make you seem weak to the pack, wouldn't it? Yeah, you do have your bond inside. That's the whole point. It could mean my death. Not now, while I'm strong, but in a few years' time, perhaps. I need you to accept this, to know when to submit. I will do my best. Thank you. He reaches for you and draws you in to the chilly water, fully clothed. Hey, not all of us are supernaturally immune to cold, you know. He chuckles and pulls you in closer, the warmth of his body radiating throughout the water. I'll give a kiss. Your eyes flick to his, reading the same desire there, and suddenly you're both closing the gap. Your lips meeting in a tangle. He groans your name, hands snaking up your back, crushing you against him. You have become the focus of my every thought. I cannot ever be close enough to you. You wrap your arms around his broad shoulders, savoring his strength. His passion makes you dizzy. You cling to his taut muscles desperately. Every time you touch me, it's like... You trail off as his hands venture lower, spanning possessively down your body until he brings your legs up to wrap around his waist. Listen, we were going for just a kiss, fam. You groan at the intimate contact, his hips grinding forward against you. Yes, what is it like? His voice is drowsy purr in your ear, and you suck in a breath when his teeth nip at your earlobe. Like everything I feel is doubled. You don't... Words fail you completely as his mouth regains control of your own. The contrast of his warm body against your cold skin makes you groan with desire. Like a mirror, you sense the passion not only in your body, but his inflaming you both. You drop your head to his shoulder, growing weak, your entire being concentrated around his touch. Celine. But then, his hands drop to your waist suddenly, pushing you gently, but deciding away. His breath is ragged as though he is in pain, and you feel the conflicted raging inside of him. Are you okay? I am fine, but I cannot do this any longer. I swore I would not allow myself to get closer to you without knowing for certain that you would stay. But I find it nearly impossible to control myself when I am with you. I think we should wait. You're right. I'm not sure I'm ready. After a moment to compose yourself, you get out of the water and check his arm one last time. I assure you, I am fine. But there isn't even a scar. I can hardly believe it. I would never lie to you. He watches you closely while your body still aches for his touch. You do your best to ignore it. I know. Back on dry land, you do your best to wring out your shirt. Bastien exits the pool without help, his strength restored. Thanks a lot. Now I'll have to walk all the way back to the den in wet clothes. He eyes the area where your clothes stick closest to your body. You're most welcome. I was being sarcastic. And so was I. That evening. You sit beside Bastien in front of the fire. Isabelle is on the other side, sucking up to him after his victory, loudly. I told Jet he was a fool to challenge you. Anyone can see that you're the strongest alpha in generations. And anyone can see you have thirst. That wasn't what you were telling Jet yesterday. She ignores you, fawning at Bastien. But now the ugly business is done, and you are the proper alpha, as I knew you to be. Enough, Isabelle. Her hand snakes possessively down his shoulder, and you can't help it anymore. Isabelle. Hands off his mind. You know what? No, I'm doing it. Isabel's expression is vicious. You have not earned the right to give me orders. Bastien stands, letting Isabel's hand fall as he faces her. His expression is impassive, but you sense the quiet anger beneath the surface. Do not forget I heard the encouragement you whispered in Jed's ear, Isabel. You may have earned your place here, Isabel, but Celine and I are bonded. It is she who I want by my side, and now that I know her, there will never be another woman for me in this world. Bastien, that's... Her face falls for only a moment before she recovers her haughty mask. She stands in a huff and stalks off. Bastien sits back down beside you, his shoulder bumps against yours casually, but affectionate. Thanks for telling her off. Maybe this time she'll actually listen. She will not trouble you again. So you hope. The rest of the night passes quickly, and soon you find yourself in bed, fast asleep. Morgan stands before you in the glow of the sunset, ocean waves lapping at her feet. The two of you seem like the only living things on Earth. She reaches for you, fingers outstretched. Celine, is that you? Am I really here? As the words spill languidly off your tongue, you realize you are dreaming. You are here with me. You look down at your hands. If you tried, maybe you could move them, control this dream. Stay with me, Celine. We can be here together. Join her in a lucid dreaming. Okay, to a certain point, dreams are for a purpose, right? Lucid dreaming with Morgan. Reach for Morgan, realizing that you have control of yourself, despite knowing that you're dreaming. You touch her cheek, her skin feels warm, soft, alive. You are so beautiful, Celine. That's sweet and all, but I know you can't see me. I don't need to. You reach for her. And then you are tangled in silk sheets beside her in a beautiful hotel room, city lights twinkling outside the window. Well, that progressively went from romantic to just, hey, let's do it. Rolling across the bed towards Morgan, you find you are naked. The fabric glides across your skin in radiant luxury. This is gonna take getting some used to. You deserve to live like this all the time. You think so? I prefer something more down to earth. Campfire smoke and stone floors can't compare to this. Yeah. They both have their luxury and beauty. I wouldn't care where I was as long as I was with you. Oh, okay. Reach for a game, but instead of silk sheets, you roll through soft meadow grass. Morgan, beside you, is now a golden-furred wolf. Dandelion fluff sticks endearingly to her fur. You lean in to lick her, and you realize you're a wolf too. Oh my god, this dream sequence. Morgan takes off bounding across the meadow. I'll chase, whatever. You leap to your feet, chasing after her with joy in your heart. You can run like this forever. As you see her before you, you leap onto her back, pinning her to the ground. Together, you roll over and over down a hill. And then you are both human again, naked and intertwined in front of a roaring fireplace. Everything keeps changing. Dreams are abstract, but this, you and I, are real. Rains rake up your bare back, making you shiver. We can be together here as long as we wish. No one will find us. We're free to do whatever we want. I'm gonna go with tickle, because we don't know you that well. You run your fingernails over her taut abdomen, tracing patterns up and down, enjoying the way her muscles quiver, until... no more. Laughing, she captures your hands. Oh, too bad, I was enjoying myself. Her voice drops low, vulnerable, and hopeful. You feel so real, and yet I know I'm dreaming. Are you really here with me, Celine? I'm here. It's really me. And you were right. I figured out how to control the dream. We tried for like 12 milliseconds. Her hands run over your body, learning the feel of you with obvious relish. I wanted you so badly since the first moment we've met. She leans in to kiss you. We should wake up. I don't know you that well. You close your eyes, feeling the pull of reality, and no, you can't stay here any longer. As your mind swims back to the surface of consciousness, you can almost hear Morgan calling out after you. You're not like Bastien, Celine. You'll never be one of them. You belong with me. Why are you so goddamn stuck on it? The next day. Your dream has already faded by the time you go into the woods with Bastien. He moves with silent grace, making you feel like a blundering rhino's. Twigs snap loudly beneath your every step. So, playing with people in Call of Duty. Got it. So, I'm all for nature walks, but what are we doing out here? I'm going to teach you how to move like a predator. Like a werewolf. So finally you'll stop running around like a blundering idiot. You did well on your first hunt, but in the future, you need to know how not to give away your position. Okay, I'm game. Show me how to be more like you or closest I can get. First, always ensure you are upwind. Any animal will scent you on the breeze long before they can see you. Yeah, you can literally get within striking distance if you're upwind. Animals are weird like that, especially in nature. Your non-Bastien comes close, laying his palm against your lower back. You suck in a breath. His touch is innocent, but still sparks awareness through you. Bend your knees. Keep low as you step. Go slow. And watch your foot fall. That seems like a lot to remember. It will soon be second nature. His eyes watch you intently, and you suddenly feel like you're the prey. Doing as Bastien says, you move carefully forward. You're surprised at how quiet you are, despite all the leaf litter underfoot. Land on the outside of your foot, and slowly roll inward. You're surprised your foot lands silently on the forest floor. Good. Keep going. His praise swarms you with more than you expected it to. You keep low, crouching as you carefully step forward. On the moss, because that's soft and squishy and nice and, you know. Good. Continue. Bastien comes closer to adjust your form, his large hands bracing around your thigh. Keep this leg strong. You must stay balanced. You gulp, nodding. He taps the back of your leg, and then stands suddenly, chin tilting up in the air, as though catching scent. Do you smell something? Bastien places a finger against your lips. A warning. You listen for clues in the chatter of the wildlife, but the forest only whispers that werewolves are near. After a moment, Bastien leans in to whisper. A deer. Hunt it with me. But I don't have a weapon, or we will make a spear, as your wolf kin ancestors once did. Bastien goes silently to the nearest tree. Snapping off a sturdy branch in one motion, he offers it to you. Right, just make a spear. Easiest thing in the world. He puts the branch in your hand, letting you hold it while he sharpens one end into a rough point, with a pocket knife. Motions are confident and sure, and within moments, you're holding a crude spear. Bastien help you make this. You are now ready to hunt. You have made spear. Now follow me. Mimicking his movements, you crouch low, stalk silently through the woods. He points out the print of a cloven hoof on the ground. I see it. Following the trail, he points to a nearby bush. He puts his hand between your shoulder blades, encouraging you forward. You take a steadying breath, pulling back your arm to launch the spear. With your other hand, you reach for the bush. moving it aside to reveal... No, I am not killing a baby deer. Off. A tiny baby deer shrinks back, fear in its eyes.
Please don't hurt me.
You falter, and the spear loosens in your grasp. The baby deer lies in a nest of grass, seemingly too afraid to move. Bastine, look, the poor little guy is all alone. Bastine comes up behind you. An orphan, most likely. Go ahead. It is a good target for a beginner. Vaughn gazes up at you with huge, dark eyes.
I'm scared.
Oh no. Bastine squeezes your shoulder and levels his gaze at you. The fawn will not survive without its mother. It is unfortunate, but it is the way of the world. I could take care of it. The fawn blinks big brown eyes at you, gently butting its little head against your knees.
You want to take care of me?
Oh, look at him. He's so precious. You reach down to scratch the fawn's head, and he nuzzles your hand, standing up on long, wobbly legs. Should I be your new mama, little guy?
Mama.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Bastine's eyes soften, watching you with the baby. You have a loving heart, Celine, but how will you, care for this new pet? Do you think he can graze on his own yet?
I'll eat anything, Mama. I'll be real easy to take care of, I promise.
If you can't care for the fawn, Celine, it would be kinder to kill it quickly. No! It's a herd. It's already moved on. At least this way it will go, to feed the pack. I am not feeding your pack with a baby fawn I will take care of. Cute. Why am I not surprised?
You won't eat me?
The voice I'm doing for this fawn. I'm just done. You give Bastine a stern look, and then smile at the fawn. No one's gonna eat you. Now, what should I name you? I swear to God, if they say Bambi, I'm gonna be tilted.
Oh, I know. Call me Thunderhoof. I'm fast like the lightning.
Dude, you can barely stand on your wobbly little ass legs. Get the fucking real. Or like thunder?
No one messes with me with a name like that.
He dances around on his rickety legs, kicking up the leaves. Yeah, we're gonna go with Thunderhoof.
Oh, that's the best name for Thunderhoof.
Okay, little buddy. The fawn lays his head on your shoulder and nibbles at your ear affectionately. Bastine looks at you and the fawn snuggle together, and a ghost of a smile passes over his face. I have never known anyone with such a merciful heart. Yeah, well, welcome to me. Are you smiling? Is that a smile I see? It is not. Bastine... You haven't known too many merciful hearts. No. You reach out and bring Bastine closer to you and the fawn. I know it's against your nature, but... He hesitantly lays a hand on the fawn's fuzzy head before pulling away. Not quite patting, but it's something. Bastine shakes his head in wonder. You are making me see many things in a different way, Celine. Sighing, Bastine checks the sky for the position of the sun. We should probably get back. Yes, but Thunderhoof cannot stay at the den. I cannot guarantee his safety around the pack. Oh.
Oh, no, I don't want to go with the wolves.
If you want to keep him, you will have to find him somewhere else for him to stay. I really don't think Uncle Zane would be up for that. You think for a moment. The only person I really know is Morgan. At her name, Bastine stiffens, jaw tightening. It takes him a moment to respond. Yes, your friend would likely care for the animal well. Bullshit! Did I just pay for someone else to get an animal and I get nothing? Oh my god. You can tell it cost him something to admit it. But I cannot occupy you there. Don't worry, I'll be back before you have a chance to miss me. I doubt that. Underhoof scampers happily beside you as you try to find your way to Morgan.
We're gonna be the bestest of friends.
You jump the narrow stream, headed towards where Morgan said her research station was. She's gotta be here somewhere. Don't worry, she's still probably in that lucid dream state. Come back to me, Celine! Come back! Up ahead, you spot her with two other rangers. Their backs are to you, stalking something ahead of them, as quietly as you've been doing. Just ahead. Let's get her, we're all ready. Hold steady. All three of them are holding guns. Unruh freezes, eyes wide, as if he understands the danger.
Good hide.
Shh. I should watch. Silently, as Bastien showed you, you duck behind a tree and watch with bated breath. They're up to something. You can see now that Morgan's gun is the same tranquilizer rifle you saw her use the other day. But what is she hunting? Suddenly a branch snaps up ahead and you crouch lower, peering into the shadows to see what has made the noise. Oh no. Jet. Jet is washing in the stream, the noise making him oblivious to humans coming up behind him. Go quiet. We've never had a chance like this right before a full moon. They're hunting him. No, I'm gonna stop them. No, you can't. Celine, what are you doing, Morgan? Morgan quickly realizes you've deduced the situation, and doesn't try to lie. This is a priceless opportunity. We rarely have a chance to study one of these creatures under the effect of the full moon. He's not some creature, Morgan, he's a person, and you're hunting him like an animal. It is an animal, Celine. He is not. This isn't some catch and release program for wildlife. You have no right to kidnap him. Shut up, girl. This is none of your business. You were furious that the pack took me from town. How is this any different? You can see her inner struggle across her features, and then... She's right. Oh, to hell with that! Those weren't our orders, Morgan. Stand down. Suddenly you hear a blast of air, and a whirl around to see Hugo and his trank gun raised, aiming right at Jet. Got him! No! What are you doing? I told you to stand down. A few yards away, Jet howls with rage. You blink and suddenly he is bounding towards Hugo, jaws open and slavering. As you scramble back, you hear Morgan shouting, "He's not going down! Get out of here! Now!" But Sergi raises his hunting rifle. This one looks different than the others. That one's a hunting rifle, it doesn't trank. Just the force of the blast sends Jet staggering backwards. Dark blood spills from his shoulder. Sergei, what did you do? That was a silver bullet. Oh, and here we were just here to fucking... Okay. A wounded werewolf is loose in the woods with a full moon on the horizon. How will you keep safe when the pack goes primal? Ugh. Without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And in the description below, links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Yeah, now that basically if Jet goes back to the pack before we beat him back, he's gonna be like, aha, see, she's working with the hunters. And, the only person that knows the difference is, really, Bastien, because he sent us with the deer. However, if you didn't pick the diamond choice, then the deer is completely irrelevant. So, it's what happens still happens and doesn't happen any other goddamn way. This is one of the reasons why I hate the illusion of diamond choices, or illusion of choices, period, in this game. Like, I'm serious. The developers need to sit down and play Detroit Becomes Human and learn, like, really learn to make people's playthroughs unique. Because think about this. You could have literally 3 content creators on this planet. 3. We could all pick. I picked top. person B picks middle and person C picks bottom, and congratulations, if you watch all 3 playthroughs, you have now seen everyone's choices. That is literally how choices goes. And let's be honest, in the way of Queen Bee, you only need 2 people to pick A or B. So, I'm just saying, it's just dumb. It's just the illusion of choice is real. And yeah, I'm a huge person that expects better. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I expect better from choices, period. Any choices game. But I expect 5 years of this, man. I remember when you actually got to choose things. Like, I remember Endless Summer, how the end of that was, and you got to choose one of many paths. You got to do the same for, your love interest in Bloodbound, and what the actual hell has happened to choices? Can I just be real with you? Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out.